You know, a lot of people will think by watching this interview that it's gonna be Revit,
Or CAD
and it's
or
not.
SketchUp? No, what?
But in reality, and this is a challenge for the new generation coming for design.
So we're ready again. Hi, I keep on asking you the same question, but I have a very special person here today, Christian Lama. Man, uh, you work with Mark and Todd Architects, like great architecture firm, awesome designs, like very special homes that I've gotten a chance to see with the collaboration that we had. Uh, so you're an architect, but before you became an architect, man, did you know you were going to be an architect? Did you want to be something else?
I wanted to be a surfer first. I grew up being a surfer, surfing in El Salvador, since I was 6,
Wow.
and I was surfing. I always liked houses and the way they look and stuff, like in my family, I have people that are very passionate on architecture and also in sports. So I grew up with both, um, and a little bit of tendency of for arts. And then at some point, you realize in that time, El Salvador. Right now, El Salvador is a boom in everything, right? But in that time, being a surfer was not. Uh, you cannot make a life through that, right? So I gotta decide to just start work studying architecture, and it became my passion now. So
And you're great at it. And interestingly enough, now you get to work somehow, somewhat, something that has to do with water, which is pools.
it's funny, yeah. Yeah.
Not surfing, not surfing, but
I was thinking about it, like why is always a pool so important in my designs? And I think it's natural because I grew up with water, and for me it's very important to have that relationship. Is not that you gotta the way I do it is I always think on, okay, I get in the house, what I wish to see first when I see outside, right? And of course nature, but what is going on? My kids, they want to jump in a pool, and how do you integrate both worlds with outside and what you're looking
yeah.
inside from inside? So
Do you because I know we collaborate on projects and I typically come in when you've already addressed the house, but when you're designing the house before I even come in and we start to collaborate, are you already kind of thinking about what that space is, gonna look like, what you would need to fit it?
yeah, yeah,
You're already giving that some thought?
yeah. Of course, I mean the my first reaction when I started is like, okay, what do I want to see when I get in the house? Like rooms, kitchen, or I want to go I open the door and I see straight outside.
Yeah.
And that's where everything starts. It's like, okay, I want to eat nature, right? And then of course the pool is, I think, is the bridge between inside and nature and outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
You think it helps, or for people listening that are thinking to designing a home or looking somebody like, like you guys, like Mark and Todd Architects who do great work.
Thank you.
Um, what would you say is the benefit of having an architecture firm and a pool company work
Oh, that's
together
great.
while you're designing the house and the pool? Like, what do you think are the benefits of that for anybody that's thinking, should I do it?
It's totally necessary. I think it is because we are into this the house design itself, but we're not aware of what's going on in the market, the new tendencies for pools, or what are the new strategies, to for make it look better, or all of that. So I think it's very, very important to have your advice and then your design, of course. For example, a few projects we have worked together, uh, some ideas from you that I didn't even thought about. Like all I wanted was to, okay, Jesus, this is what I want to see when I get in, or this is how I think the pool should look. But then you're like, oh, Christian, come on, dude.
I always had
You miss that. You miss this type of pools, or hey, yeah, I know you want infinity, blah blah blah, but have you thought about this type of design or that? And sometimes I'm not in that world. So
yes,
for me, it is very, very important.
yes,
Um, in the latest project we worked together, you came up with, when I saw your result, you took the concept. We were like, okay, so yeah, this is the best spot. But you took our concept, you took the client's idea, you mixed them all together. And when I saw the result, I was like, whoa, yeah, for sure.
it was. What
These guys know what they are doing, right? So I think is very important.
any is there a right timing that you would tell people like, okay, if they're designing their home right now and they're going through that process, what would be the best time to bring in that pool builder to that meeting?
Almost in the conceptual phase, because you don't want to miss something in the conceptual part, bring you at the end, and then you realize, if I made this room bigger, the pool will be better. Or, like something like
Yeah.
that, like will help you to develop better your design outside, because it has to do with landscaping too. So is all connected. So I think it's very important to bring you guys on the schematic design of things, even though you don't have much saying on
Yeah.
that part, but at least to know, like, hey, this is the projection of the pool.
Yeah.
Can you start elaborating on some ideas around this concept, so you don't take surprises at the end, or like, no, okay,
Yeah.
this is the floor plan, is already settled, you have no saying on this, just do it. It's not because you are the designers of the pools, we're not,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's a very good interaction. At least get to know each other, get to know the client in that phase, and you show up again for the CD, which is the
Yeah.
construction
The
document.
documents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, to your point, I think it's like a romance, right, between you and
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Because when I walk into those meetings, I'm, whatever you've done, I know you put so much work into it. Like the houses you guys do are amazing. So
Thank
I
you.
just want to sit back and kind of absorb the intention of it, not just
Yeah.
say like, oh,
Exactly.
what, just get an overall feel of what you're thinking, what your
Yeah.
intention was, what the concept was, and then also the client, right? Because the client's
Yeah.
also going to have that opinion.
Yeah.
And you got to that point after not just one shot, like revisions and things.
Yeah.
And then that gives me a chance, like you said, to kind of take the context from your end and hers and kind of put them together the best way I can,
Yeah.
but while respecting the architecture of the home and not just doing something
Mhm.
that doesn't go well together. And I think, I mean, you're great to work with, and so is Mark. But I think it's a romance, right? You got to learn.
Yeah.
If you don't have that chemistry, which I feel we have,
Yeah.
then it might not turn out well.
Yeah.
It's
And
about helping each other. I think that's what we do. Like we kind of feed off of each other.
yes, yes, and also has to do a lot with the style of the house, because right now it's like, oh, contemporary,
Modern,
modern. So I
art
thought
deco.
all this time, I thought contemporary and modern was the same thing. No, no, at all,
No,
not at all. So even me as an architect, it's like so many styles. Like we have Dawn in our office. She knows every style, like, oh, this is French, this is French cottage or whatever,
let's get it
like
over.
colonial, blah, blah, blah. So what we do is, okay, we take normally the clients bring, and I think is the same case for you. The client show up with a bunch of Pinterest or or magazine
Yeah.
pieces, and you're like, okay, so you're trying, and the client will tell you, hey, look, you see, this is not the pool I want, but you see that palm tree there
Yeah, exactly.
in the picture?
Yeah.
That's a, and you gotta put all the pieces together and understand exactly what they want and come up with a good design, because honestly, out there is a lot of mix design, like mix of styles,
That's
and
correct.
they don't blend right.
That's correct.
So our focus is, okay, let me guide you in what you want
Guidance.
and find the style. We will study the style, and we will give you the style. We will give you the right components, proportions for the style you're looking for. We don't mix styles because
Yeah.
it can become a mess.
Yeah, and
Second, surroundings. Like it depend, it will depend on, okay, what are your surroundings? You're in a neighborhood, you are on a big acreage. What are you? Where are you? What are your views, right? And then depending on that, we will provide the views, we will provide the style, we will provide everything for the client. So that's our engagement. And I think it will be even more successful with if the pool guys can do the same
yes.
and bring that in. So when we present it to the client, it will be so cohesive that then it will be such a magazine house,
Yes.
like, hey, you guys, you took our last project, which was Spanish colonial,
Spanish colonial. Yeah, you did a presentation on it. You showed me
and
like it was in your town, right? With
yeah,
the pavered walkways, so it's
yeah,
inspired based off
yeah,
that.
and then the pool design was into that style.
Yes. With a little twist, but
Yeah,
yes.
then that modern house we did for the other for the
Mhm. Yep,
so
the lake.
yeah, boom, straight lines, infinity, because you have the lake. So when you're stand up inside, you see the water over water. So
Yes.
that was the intent of it. So I think it is so key to understand first the client needs, and then provide that right style, proportions, and all of those components they want for their house of their dreams, including the pool.
Yes.
So I think it cannot be detached.
It can never be
Yeah.
detached. They're gonna be, I mean, they're connected. They're two different things, but somehow they're connected to each
Yeah.
other, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I have to, I can't emphasize it more, but you guys do, when you're talking about the views, so you guys do custom homes, like
Yes.
basically intended to meet whatever the dream is of that client and whatever they want to do. It's not, and you're also very familiar or knowledgeable in style of the homes, because when you start mixing them, right? Like somebody shows you a picture, but who built it?
Yeah.
Who designed it? Do
Yeah.
they know? Like, have they seen history in architecture and
Yeah.
what does colonial really look like? What are the materials that go with
Yeah.
that? So if you understand that and you're the same, like, and we're in sync,
Yeah.
then something really beautiful is going to happen.
Yeah.
Versus something that we don't want to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I don't know, but back in the day, we didn't put much emphasis on pools, to be honest. It was like
Yeah.
one finish inside, like it was like blue tile.
The little tiles.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was all blue, and that's kind of like the pools I when I grew up,
Yeah.
right? Now it's like so many different finishes inside, so many things you can do on a pool. For example, I was on Instagram the other day, and it's kind of like this beach look.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like
Looks like a natural pool
yeah,
with the
like
yachts.
yeah. So
Mhm. I've seen those.
yeah, so right now it's so um
You can push the boundaries and make that
Exactly.
pool
Like,
whatever you want it to be. It's more of like an entertainment space now versus just like, "I'm gonna go in the pool." It's kind of like I call it like an outdoor living space surrounded by water,
yeah,
where people go and they have
yeah,
the hammocks, the fire pits, the
yeah,
putting green, the place to
yeah,
bocce the place to do the yoga.
yeah,
Uh, so they're getting a little bit more complex, so you gotta put a little bit more thought into it.
yeah. Because water brings you calm. What is the water effect on people? And you got to think about that,
Yep.
and not just yeah. And you see that little spot over there? Yeah, that's a pool. It's not that. It's not that for me. It has to do with the lifestyle of the people, and we need water.
Yes, we need water. I mean, I try to shower every day. Maybe my kids don't, but,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
everybody takes a shower.
I have a few.
Summer, everybody likes to go to the beach, so water is a thing. Uh, man, I'm gonna ask you, personal question.
Okay.
If you could build a house anywhere in the world, money no object, where would it be, and what would the pool look like?
Dang. Um.
It's gotta be a very clean ass rectangle
Yeah.
and a beautiful home with, like, open windows and the most gorgeous view of the beach, and you can
Yeah.
walk down and surf. I'm just saying that because I know you're
Yeah. Well,
surfing.
I will not. Yeah, I will not talk about a place, but I'm thinking over a cliff.
Ah, yes.
The cliff has to be over the water, so that will be my dream home. On a cliff, looking at the water, like you could just go down a few
Well, Chris,
many stairs.
dude, maybe in a couple of years we can make it happen.
Yeah.
Just sign the house
Yeah.
and we do the pool.
Yeah. And you always think of your country naturally, but it will be El Salvador or Indonesia, the
Beautiful.
place I should
Yeah, man. And you're from
build it.
Salvador.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's
I am.
beautiful. Um, what do you want people to feel when they walk through a home you designed? And how does a pool play into that emotional experience? Like, say,
Views,
views.
natural light, open space, views, natural light, and on the second one, views, of course, has to
Or
be
the pool.
the pool and landscape. So
S-
there's it's a no brainer. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's probably how I do. People ask me, Jesus, what are you gonna do when you do your pool? You're probably gonna do something crazy. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a perimeter overflow if I can afford it. And it's gonna be a rectangle, and it's gonna be dark. But my wife wants to do a freeform pool, so I
Well,
gotta figure that one out. So we'll see. Dude, some rapid fire round questions. Infinity edge or a sunken spa? And the infinity edge is that edge for anybody that doesn't know.
Infinity Edge.
Infinity edge.
Yeah.
Thought so. Mid-century modern or brutalist?
Mid-century modern.
Client with no budget or a client with a killer taste? That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
Man, well, look, a client with no budget, at least you can dream, right? But it will be the second because I mean, what who's gonna come with no money to you
Right.
for you to
Yeah.
design something?
Yeah, and it's hard, right? Because then you don't know your like, even in the pool industry is the same, right? If
Yeah.
I don't know what that budget looks like or what you're
Yeah.
thinking of investing, because it is what you got,
Yeah.
I don't know how far I can go into there, right?
Yeah.
So if you drop $100 million, shoot, let's put in a submarine and everything in there,
Yeah.
But if you don't,
Yeah.
we can keep on dreaming, but we
Yeah.
won't make it happen.
And yeah. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about this profession is you can dream. You can dream. You have fun doing that. You have fun helping to the client to accomplish their dreams, right?
Yeah,
And you can dream at the same time.
of
It's
course.
like
Well, dude, and you dream. It probably happens to you where it's almost it's funny because I feel sometimes that my clients' dreams almost become kind of my dreams,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because it's something that you got to come up with,
yeah,
and then now you make it real. but it's a part of you.
Yeah.
You made it happen, so it feels very personal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So since you made it happen, you take pride on that.
Yeah.
It kind
Of
of,
course.
yeah,
Of course.
that's mine, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's a cool feeling. Design software you can't live without.
You know, a lot of people will think by watching this interview that it's gonna be Revit,
Or CAD.
and it's not.
Sketcher. No, what?
But in reality, and this is a challenge for the new generation coming for design. It has to be your hands.
Yeah.
It has to be your
Yes.
hands with a pen and sketch.
Yes.
If you cannot put it on paper, you cannot design.
That's
I
right.
mean, guys over there, this is a message for you. A program will not make you a designer.
That's right.
A program will never make you a designer. A program is a tool. And as a tool, we can learn it, right? But if you don't have it, forget it. You don't have it.
Yes.
So it's a thing that you have it or not. And if you're a designer, if you have creativity, then explore. Tools are just tools, and those programs are tools. I'm not saying they are not worth it, but what I'm trying to say is don't rely on those. Just because you know it doesn't mean you can design,
That's right. That's
right? So, um, the new generation that is coming, I will advise them to do that. Like, hey, explore with your hands, do it, do a sketch. And this is our process in our office. We sit, we sketch. When we know, hey, look, it can look ugly, an ugly sketch. But if you understand that that can be a real thing, then use any program, but put it there. But it has to come from here. It doesn't, oh, I'm gonna take it from the library.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then AI can do your job, right?
Well, and it's part of the process, right? Because when you're Michael Thomas, one of my mentors, when I used to work in an architecture firm, I'm in AutoCAD, of course, and Revit, just delete, copy, paste,
Yeah, yeah.
pasting and copying the
SketchUp, CAD, Revit.
he would
Yeah.
tell me what you're saying. He's like, "When did you try drawing it?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, we got a deadline." He's like, "Try drawing it. There's so much more intention when you draw it and you use a pencil. And when you're in a program, you kind of you're
Yeah.
clicking versus your hand. You can move quicker.
Yeah.
And the intention is very different.
Yeah.
And then translate it into the software when you're gonna have to make it formal and it has to go out to the field. But when you're having that conversation, that's the fun part, right?
Yeah,
Trying to
exactly.
figure out how it's gonna come
Exactly.
together and being able to look at that sketch and be like, "Yeah, that's how it's gonna happen."
Yeah.
And I think people like that when they see it because
Yeah.
like, "Oh, shoot, that was the beginning of this."
Even during meetings, we can sketch, and the client will feel more confident that, hey, I'm in the right hands because this guy, he knows what he's doing. It's not that, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't know anything. And this is every time my boss Mark,
Yeah.
I respect him a lot, and he knows a lot. So I'm all the time learning from him. Hey Mark.
Super detailed. Mark thought he's super detailed.
So
We'll have him.
yeah, he's like, hey Christian, with this Texan accent, and hey Christian, um, what do you think about this? And he shows me a floor plan, and obviously, I really want to have a Mark Todd floor plan one day, and
Oh, you got him, right.
yeah, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm thinking this or that for the facade." And I always like pull up a sketch over his floor plan, and boom, we do a facade right there, hand sketch. And then when we agree, because he understands my lines and crazy stuff, and I understand his, so when normally we are in the same page, sometimes we don't, but it's okay.
And that's okay.
I forgive you, Mark. So, um, and then we come up to something that we know the client is gonna like.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll have a better result if you have a process such
Yeah.
as the one that you guys have.
You feel better.
Oh,
You're
for
like,
sure.
okay,
Well,
I have it.
I'm sure. I mean, back in the day, I don't know how they do now, but in architecture school, you'd have to draw everything. You'd have
Yeah.
like, your pens with a different
Yeah.
thickness and be very intentional
Yeah.
on what that was going to be and what was it going to look like that people can look at it and
Yeah.
be able to read it.
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing, man. Uh, Last question. If your architecture style was a cocktail, you drink a little bit here, like maybe during the weekends, or no? You don't drink, dude.
I don't drink.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to make up this drink on the
Yeah.
spot. It's
Just wine
go
sometimes, occasionally.
okay. What would it be? A wine,
Yeah.
a cab, a merlot, or a white wine?
Merlot.
Merlot.
Yeah.
I like it. Merlot. Uh, Christian, thank you, man, for coming here.
Thanks to
Um,
you.
it's been great collaborating with you on projects. Hopefully, we get more in the future. With Mark as well and your team, they're all wonderful and so welcoming when I go there. So it feels like home, and I'm always super excited to sit at that conference table and look at the cool projects that you guys coming up with because they're,
Yeah.
they're very custom, and I know you guys put a lot of heart into it. And I'm not just saying that because I used to do it, and I can recognize it when I see it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
appreciate you for coming, and maybe we have you again on another time. Talk about
Please.
search.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you, like working with you is very natural. I mean, it's um working with you and your company, it's is when you click with a person, like
Yeah.
first meeting, you click it. So it's is and I think your clients will feel the same. And I'm pretty sure with the projects we have worked with you, clients click with you right there.
Oh, it's been super fun.
So yeah, they come with a lot of doubts and questions in their minds, and it's our role to just make them relax and feel like they are in good hands.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
great.
Cool.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right.
You're welcome.